Yeah, with all of that said, tomorrow we will be having streams at noon, 3, and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Noon and 3 will both be Arma 3 ops, the noon one being a Vietnam on the ground op, 3 being a Star Wars op on the ground, and then 6 being a DayZ Pay for Pain, which should be rather interesting. I do have a lot of really funny rules about it, and I will be talking about it in more detail during tonight's DayZ event. But if you want to subjugate my DayZ players on the server to torture, feel free. What map are we thinking about? We don't know yet. This is just a conversation of, hey, like, based off of what's going on, do we think we should do X, Y, Z? Yep, okay. Now we'll go and do research. Is this mission a repeat? No. It does look very similar to a few other that we've seen. Is it a repeat? Because it does seem very, very familiar. I think we've seen this style at least once or twice, I think further down in this area, but this does seem very familiar, doesn't it? When I start looking down at the AO, if that's a radio tower over there at that sector, then yes, this is a repeat. 1 second. Because it does look very, very familiar. Is that a radio tower? Yep, and then this is an open field. This is a repeat. Remember? Because a bunch of people died in the freaking bathroom. All right. And then the first AO was over here. The attackers were doing really well, but then BLUFOR bounced back because the attack slowed down and the defenders ended up winning. So this is a repeat. Interesting. But it was with terminals. Yeah, exactly. So this is just pure sector control now. Interesting. I'm going to be honest. It's actually really rare to see FNF recycle stuff because normally they have enough people to constantly make missions for them. So that's interesting. I'm going to be honest, though. Once in a while, I don't mind a repeat, especially if most of the player base remembers the AO, because then that promotes everyone to do something differently. And it reinforces the idea of what would you do differently if you had the opportunity to. The caveat is that your opponent is going to be thinking and doing the exact same thing in terms of the mindset of do it differently. All right, let's see how everything is. We already broke down the rosters. Let's look at our briefing here made by Banks. So, Finland in the near future, engineers from the newly formed EU Army, BLUFOR, have finished installing NATO communication towers in the Virolati region. 50 kilometers from the border with Russia. Hiccups. I love them. The Russian government are alarmed by this activity so close to home and have sent a platoon of amphibious Spetsnaz OpFour to capture the towers in secret, unaware that the EU soldiers are still in the area. So that's still the same brief, too. Overtime conditions. I'm going to be honest, I never read this anymore because it's just up to the admins at that point. Otherwise, mission variable is 800 meters, 150 build points. Usually it's 125, so it's 25 above the normal limit. Medium anti-tank settings are going to be 2 AT rounds per side, and if it wasn't said already, this is sector control. BLUFOR are going to be given Altus Armed Forces digital camo. Interesting. New EU government, eh? But this is a mix of vanilla and 3CB equipment. Loadout is going to be G3s with M4A1s. All right. Interesting. Otherwise, you got a 249 and MG3 as the LMG and MMG respectively, an M136 light anti-tank weapon, single-shot disposable launcher for that light anti-tank. Recon gets the M48-5, and then the the suppress shooters get a choice of a Mark 14 EBR or a Mark 14 with a woodland camo. One is just a little more tricked out than the other. Otherwise, they're both 7.62x51 NATO battle rifles, but that's kind of a funny choice. And then the MP7 or the M4A1 PIP for the crewmen or aviation slots. Otherwise, their gear is going to be transport picks are going to be Willie's Jeep Wrangler. So again, the choice of older or newer, 2 snorkel Humvees, 3 sit-down HMGs, and the Lab C2, which, It's just meant to be a command vehicle. OpFour, meanwhile, they're the Spetsnaz Gorka kits. They've got the modernized AK-74s for their weaponry. Support weapon's going to be for the LMG, an RPK, light machine gun, and then MMG. Medium machine gun is going to be the PKP. Light anti-tank is going to be the RPG-26, single-shot disposable AT weapon. T-5000 for the sniper, AKS, or an AS Val for the 2 suppressed shooters, AKS having 45-round magazines, or the AS Val having the 20-round magazines. Crew and aviation either get the PB-2000 or an AKS. Nothing on their crew-served weapons. They get 5 transport Vodniks for the amphibious river crossing if they decide to do it, and then 2 PKT Vodniks if they decide to use them. I mean, again, you're turned out, you're vulnerable, you're exposed. If you want support fire, you can have your PKP guys do it instead. But otherwise, that is the breakdown. Now, in the previous mission, I'll show you what OpFour did. OpFour crossed the river. They then went all the way around over here. And then they literally backcapped Sector 3 from roughly this angle. They had some Overwatch elements here. They had to force all the way around in a concave like this. And they just pushed. Now, what interrupted their push was the LAVC-2 on this road that finally spotted one of them, and there was also a sit-down static 50 cal back here, pointing back, that started suppressing some of the left flank, so the right flank pushed, and they were able to take this sector, and then also this sector. But here's the issue that ended up happening. Hi. What's up? If you want. It's a very interesting... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's okay, boo. That is more than okay. Wow,
We're on your road. I don't have one.
that's...
So I thought, why not?
Oh, that's... You can... Yeah. Again, this is why we don't have a camera on the channel. But anyway. So...
There'd be a lot more cosplay if you had a camera.
Anyway. Getting back into character here. So there were some northern groups here that got pretty badly cut down by some BLUFOR guys defending that came around and flanked them. OpFour kind of started stalling right here. The southern group started attacking the southernmost sector, and then X-Ray was also over here for OpFour. They got engaged, surrounded, and taken out. BLUFOR then brought the northern group, started harassing these forces. The central group for OpFour finally touched the terminal and took it. And then started sparring with those troops. OpFour eventually won that, and then started reinforcing their attack down here. However, the southern attack, they were within, because the terminal was around right here, they were within a few meters of taking it, just outside the compound, but then BLUFOR sent reinforcements that engaged X-Ray into here, and riposted most of the OpFour forces who got reinforced from a few guys back here, but BLUFOR at that point had a number advantage. And BLUFOR was able to just barely survive. Do I have a what? A co-host? Not right now, no. No. Dream decided to play on the ground because he was having a shitty day, and Barbarian's still on vacation for another few weeks.
Yep. Your Alamo, once
Yes.
you see them trying to either flank in, if they start coming in from the side or either side,
Hi.
really, just gonna
You okay?
go straight back.
Are you in full
to
dirt mode?
Sector 1,
Okay.
Where Bravo team will keep you covered there on your fallback.
Copy. So we're kind of like just.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just... Okay. I mean, we're both wearing the same exact thing. It's just I'm surprised, because this is my work uniform. You're just hotter in it. Wow. Wow.
If you want to talk about the robes.
So, Bloodwayne is wearing what I'm wearing, which is...
I'm wearing a black robe.
You're wearing a black... Yeah, but we're both wearing robes. I mean, this is the standard Lance Corporal Liru attire while we do work.
It's official uniform. It's like that scene from SpongeBob where Squidward is in the bed and he yells at SpongeBob and he goes, "Why aren't you in uniform?" And I just walk out in the robe.
Now, I'll be really curious to see. By the way, I've moved my mic a little closer to her, so it's kind of in between us, so she can hear her a little bit better.
Flash him.
Huh?
Flash you.
What? What? Ignore what chat's saying. Chat's just horny. Chat's going to probably start bonking us, but regardless, I want to see if OpFour will keep their forces together. I wonder if they're going to do the same exact attack as well, but I'm also curious to see if BLUFOR, knowing that that rear attack happened last time, what they'll do about it. Another main difference is that operation, I believe, was done close to the unit maximum of about 120, 124. Right now, we're at about 90 to 100, if that.
Leru, what round is this?
This is round 2 NA. The last one I'll be covering for the night.
Round one.
Round 1 was won by OpFour, the attackers.
Gotcha. So
Now,
how are you looking with OpFour this round? You think they'll keep it going?
it's hard to say because they do shuffle the teams.
Nah.
So, OpFour and BLUFOR are just relative to the match itself.
Oh.
And again, it can really change up with who's on what side as well, because that also gets shuffled around. So, we're just basing this off of the fact that this mission has been run before a few weeks ago. And we're seeing what it gets adjusted, even though there's less players to play as well. But I think
the players will actually learn from the last mistakes.
we'll see, because all of that could be changed if OpFour decides to attack from a different direction as well. I do think BLUFOR is still only going to defend 2 AOs, because last time they scuttled Sector 3, he only had 1 guy on it. But another major difference, I want to see if he is still up tonight, is Bay got killed off early on the round, and I want to see if he actually survives a little longer for this one to make up for that. He is in OpFour this time, though, attacking, so we'll see how that changes.
That's my leg.
Still 5 minutes. What?
That's my leg.
What's your leg?
That's my leg you're stroking.
Am I? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how my hand got there.
Shouldn't you have the other hand on the keyboard?
No, I can.
Commentating.
Shame.
Lennox,
I mean, they're
forgot
just
what
pointing at
happened
each other and saying shame, so it's not
I
like
think
it
you hit
matters.
shame.
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 Why are you pointing at me and
Because
saying
you blew up
shame?
their ammo.
Hey.
What?
It's all good.
Oh.
Hey, you can see this is a command LAB because I got all this stuff in the back.
You mean in the squad bid?
Viral
Yeah,
Audio,
the
it's
squad
a
thing
Finnish-based
happened
map.
yesterday.
Okay. Hi.
Thank you.
Team leaders check the map.
Oh.
Here, we're gonna hear BLUFOR's plan.
Who the fuck?
Let's listen
I'll be right back.
Vehicle is A01, Alpha 01. Alpha 1, you're going to hold the northeast section. You are going to basically send a probe out, and you're going to let us know if they're moving in from the northeast. Alpha 2, you're going to do something similar on the south side. I want you to send a probe out to the southwest, in and around the building. Stand by for mark.
That's because we have 1 mic, so if she speaks now,
Hi.
she's right up to it.
Yay.
So I'm trying to keep the
Sounds
mic
good.
close to both of us.
I'm in a chair next to him, so
Yes.
it's a little hard to
She also speaks softly.
carry a big stick.
I have the big stick.
Who said that?
Basically, have you guys out there
What?
to probe.
Teddy
and
Roosevelt.
We will
Was it?
use
Yep,
the Sector
speak-
3 as
speak
kind
softly
of
and
like
carry a
our
big stick.
sign
That
that
was
they're coming in
Truman.
from there.
Nope.
Is Roosevelt?
Get yourselves in a position where you can watch that at least, so that when that explosive happens, we can go ahead and add some suppressing fire on top of that, create some fucking
Hi.
chaos, inflict some casualties, give us a favorable means to fall back to our Sector 2 and then Sector 1
I'm
defense.
investing
If they start to come from the
Well, he has a
southeast,
puck
like they
mic,
favor
but he
Sector 1
just
out the
has a
gate,
stick.
The puck
We'll
mic is
basically kinda
over
shift our
there.
defense
It's just
to the
not
section and
calibrated
then
right
send
now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know when you drop in, so I don't know when to calibrate it.
You need to understand that I'm always available to drop in, so you should be ready at a moment's
You're always
notice.
available, eh? Well, I can be ready at a moment's notice for you.
Unless your soup is in the microwave.
Shut up! Oh my god. No, I'm not. We're not explaining what that means.
It wasn't Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill didn't say that.
No, it wasn't Churchill.
It was
Speak
one of- it was
softly
one
and
of the
carry a
US
big stick was
presidents,
Truman. No, not
No,
Truman.
no,
My
it-
God, Roosevelt. I just said
Okay,
it.
I'm googling it now. No, the Googles.
So OpFour, it looks like they're turning their vehicles away from the river this time around. They're going to actually go for a direct route, possibly on the MSR, and attack from the opposite direction. But BLUFOR is already prepping a battle line here on top of the first sector to get in here.
It was specifically Teddy Roosevelt.
Yes,
Okay.
Theodore Roosevelt.
I was thinking like FDR, and I was like,
No,
that
no,
doesn't
no, no,
seem
no,
right.
no, no, because that was during U.S. imperialism
Oh, it was Teddy.
and tensions with the Spanish around Cuba.
It was the bear. I gotcha.
Mhm.
Not Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
The internet lied to you? Hey, I mean, first time for everything.
Keep your eyes on the map, Zeus man.
You need to keep that robe shut.
I do. It's not my fault your robes are janky.
Okay. That's a nemesis laugh.
No, you're it. Go in.
I have a message from Spiky.
Huh? Broadshore, what is Spiky's message? She's on the multi.
Oh, CFG group wagons.
They are technically related. The Roosevelts are related.
1+1.
The Roosevelts?
Roosevelts. Am I saying it
The
wrong?
Roostervelts.
Is that 1+1 or?
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh my gosh.
You need to get your head out of the fucking gutter, man.
Huh?
You need to get your head.
Well, you
out.
put it there.
I did no such thing.
I just wanted to eat wonton soup, and you instead.
Made your wonton soup
Yes.
cold. All right.
Yes.
Round 2 down. I could only think of Dabo. Is your water cold? Can I have some?
Go ahead.
Refreshing.
See, the risk with any ambushes, Crusader, is it's impossible to predict where OpFour is going to go, because BLUFOR doesn't have any proper reconnaissance elements other than X-ray. So setting up ambushes is really, really difficult. Instead, I would wait for an attack of opportunity of spread your forces out, figure out where OpFour is attacking from, and then try to pull one force out and then attack the, or counterattack that attack on the flank or whatnot.
Lyra, that doesn't make sense though, because you just said that they have not that many reconnaissance assets, so how would they be able to figure out? what
Because
force
one of the
coming
elements
through?
gets engaged.
Just because one of the elements gets engaged doesn't mean you take a significant amount of time to find out where exactly it is.
True.
before You actually.
But if you have one element get engaged and no other engagements, then you gotta have a little bit of foresight as the commander.
I don't know. I feel like that's more of a responsive behavior, and it's not going to be sufficient to.
Liru, I want my goat back.
You'd be surprised. 1 second. You're scared and you have 2 kids. Hi, how are you? Hey, Willow, how are you doing, my man?
You have babies?
Yeah, Willow actually,
Babies? How many babies? You have
2.
babies? What kind? You got?
And I mean, one was very recent.
Congratulations! I hope you're getting sleep.
Okay, that's
No,
something to
it's-
say.
it's 'cause
No,
it's
you're right.
fun.
You're
You got
right.
baby. The new baby.
Let's see how OpFour deploys here. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself because we've already proven what happens when I don't.
In TeamSpeak, you mean?
Yeah, locally at T4, because when anyone dies, they get put in the same chat channel we do. So it's really funny to listen to people screaming profanities when they get killed while I'm trying to commentate.
Watch your profanity.
What's your profanity?
After seeing Night at the Museum, whenever I hear, okay, yes, that is actually a good movie, and I really love Night at the Museum.
I will say I can understand
It's a
that.
good
I think Robin
movie.
Williams made a pretty good Teddy
It's a
Roosevelt there.
good movie.
I feel like the real Teddy Roosevelt was a little more heartless, but he still did a good job with the character.
Willow, make sure
You know, because it was a family movie.
Make sure you're giving your wife some breaks too. You can't just let the wife have all the baby duty.
Yes, you can.
No. No. Sometimes the wife needs a break from the baby duty. But I wish you both well, and all your babies. A lot of coworkers who also have new babies. My mentor actually has a new baby.
Hmm.
Yeah, he wrote me a letter of recommendation for college.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Grad
Bloodwing
you
got into grad school. Yep. And now I have to help her
Yay.
pay for it.
Accomplishments.
Yay! Hole in my wallet.
Look, man.
That's what we'll do for the next Arma 3. Pay for
pay
pain.
for
We'll
pay for Bloodwings.
pay for grad school. That's what it's gonna be.
All of the things need to be themed after like
Grad school. Yep. All right.
So like math is hard and it's just gonna be like times whatever.
And what's that immediately saying? Called it because he said it. Typed that at about the same time we said it. Yep. Go ahead, Boo. You have a
MBA,
second.
yeah.
Yep. MBA.
Yes, I hear MBA.
What did I study in college? I ended up becoming information systems and operations management.
It's called ISOM.
Yeah.
And it's a data analytics portion of a business degree.
Pretty much.
And I did management. That didn't seem apparent. Do I not seem like a management person, Lyra?
You do a pretty good job of managing me.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, she
Sometimes
says.
you're unmanageable.
Become ungovernable.
Well, if we can donate to Bloodwing's pain fund, I'm sure we can put a good dent into the balance.
Right?
Bloodwing, you have to wrangle his dumbass. I already do.
Thanks, Don. God.
See, Don out here.
All right. Warwick opening up on a few members of Scania Recon here. Don's done. But we have this massive battle line here. A few gaps, but that is okay. I'd imagine this is X-Ray.
Don sharing the girl energy.
Going around right there. BLUFOR has a few minor groups here. They got a hard central force around Sector 2, but I think... What?
What was the name of the town? Lamia?
Yeah, it's, Finish. Otherwise, now we're going to have this BLUFOR group of Scandi get enveloped here as Delta now cuts off their means of escape. And we've already been seeing a few of them firing into the BLUFOR group here. It is not looking good for BLUFOR indeed. We've had a PSG-1 guy get taken out.
See, this is the problem. Is OpFour is just going to come in force and
Yep,
sweep.
and they're going to do another battle line here.
BLUFOR is kind of scattered about, just kind of waiting to see.
This happened last time as well on the opposite side, but there was a BLUFOR squad on reserve that ended up coming in and flanking the battle line and doing a significant amount of damage. Now I don't see that here.
See, that actually would have been a good idea, in my opinion, just from my limited knowledge, is if they did kind of like sandwich them, right? If they hit them from the rear as well and gave them like a no exit point, essentially.
So Nemesis has realized he's kind of surrounded by OpFour forces here.
Whereas they're trying to stop.
Takes one of them out.
Where's the communication, BLUFOR?
Usually at this point, communications can get a little messy.
But yeah, if they understand that the full force of OpFour is down to the southeast, they don't need to be up in the southwest at that point, right? Or the northwest.
It depends, because it's easy for us from the top of this to see that the entire force is here, but BLUFOR might think there's another flanking force still coming around.
Well, that's the point of communication, though, right? Is
Yeah.
to make sure to communicate, hey, there's a large force here.
We also have to understand, I mean, if the frontline BLUFOR guys get, the ones with the radios get shot out immediately, usually no one picks up the additional radio there. We still have Nemesis getting a few kills here, but Bayant eventually hunted him down. He is, for your reference, probably the best player.
It would be, you know, it'd be so cool. You
What?
wouldn't go for it. But, like, if your stream had those, like, swipe-aways that NFL games have,
Oh.
and it shows, like,
I looked
card
into
and
it.
then-
I looked into it. It's, it would be too much to do compared to everything else I have to do right now.
I feel like it'd be cool, though.
It would be cool. No, I completely agree with you, but it would
Maybe
just be
later
way too much time.
Yeah, maybe later on. Yeah, it's definitely hard. Like, it's definitely with a grain of salt. The whole, you know, the whole force is down there. But at the same time, like, I feel like part of that has to do with the communication on the ground as well, right?
Whiplash has survived by hiding in 2 trees. He's on the radio right now. You see his lips moving.
See, now they're starting to communicate a little bit, right? Okay.
Oh, there's always communication going on. It's just we don't have a way of seeing where that is or how it's reflected. But we have this massive force coming around here on the southern side. We have a few guys on point.
How much of BLUFOR has been taken out?
Not that much,
okay.
actually. Only a few skulls here and there. Because some guys have resorted to hiding. Meanwhile, you got Wise in the middle of an OpFour group. He's hiding in a building because they're not clearing said buildings. He's watching the doorway.
Which is good.
There's a second doorway he can't cover, but he's just doing his best here.
It's pinned down.
Barg's getting knocked off of that SSWT kit. Firing up at the rooftop where that one guy is with a bipoded MG3. And he gets another kill. So he's going to fold back as he starts taking suppressive fire. Wise might fold out here. He hears all the footsteps around him.
Just like watching it.
Yeah, smoke push coming up here. BLUFOR X-Ray trying to come around the flank. It's going to take them a hot second to get there. If OpFour slows their attack down, they might be able to get in a good position to start engaging from their rear. Wise killing Cool Breeze from the window. Yeah, it was Bay right here. He saw the broken window too. Bay's coming to clean house. He might not have actually PID'd it. Wise hiding on the other side as Bay was looking in. He shut the door here and hid right here, so that's why Bay didn't spot him.
I feel like it's also kind of hard.
Takes a little bit of training here, but now you got Wise here trying to go for 2. He runs out of ammo in that 20-round magazine. Was able to get 1. Hits Arcor a few times. Arcor's now looking at him, but he has that PKP. Oh, Wise being shot at from different angles, but there's the PKP spray down. Now here's OpFour entering the first sector here. BLUFOR, they've got a rough battle line being made right here to counter OpFour, but OpFour have the higher amount of players going through at this point. We see some windows getting shot out. We got Chadwick working on a wounded guy right here. Really hard to tell based off the smoke, but it looks like he was able to bring him back up.
Oh, okay. Look good. Just to keep in mind.
Just had an AT round go into that little position, but it's been abandoned. More AT being fired into that position just to make sure it's clear. That sounded like an RPG-32 firing twice. But otherwise, you got Novix, who has just been shot. I don't know what angle he got hit from. Might have been from a guy that immediately got shot dead, or it was Kevin up here. Or no, it might have been, no, it was Meldon, who has another kill. But no, he's been really capitalizing on these rooftops.
Didn't that hurt? Do you want it to hurt?
Oh my gosh, boo. Now I got some satchels going off as explosive traps, but they were ineffective, unfortunately. His body up there. Leg now staying low. Meldon getting some more kills right here. Vagrant playing dead. I think that GL's gonna go way over. It's a flare GL. Interesting. Meldon trying to use this as a rifle to get some more kills here because he can't bipod. And I think he just got one. That should be his 4th. Goes for Bayan. Bay hides behind that tree. Vagrant done playing dead. Quickly trying to do some self-medical. More MG, 3 rounds coming in. Okay. Now you got Bay firing on that rooftop to try to suppress Blam coming around. Blam's gonna get him if he realizes he's up there, which he might not. Frag going out. Got the northern push starting to get under fire from the LAV. Like a little closer to Boo. I might sound a little quieter now.
Oh, you can take it back to you. You're the
No, it's okay. We're in the middle. Leg getting blown up by an explosive satchel. That had to have been a charge because I think, well, no, at that range of satchel, probably he'd still be back up, maybe. Is Fred an explosive specialist? Yeah, so I think Fred accidentally injured leg there, but leg gets brought back up, so that means that was just a charge, because if it was a satchel, he would not have woken back up. And now we've got some OpFour guys on the rear here. This was X-Ray coming around. They're not going to proceed to Sector 3. They're instead trying to go for the rear guard of Sector 2, which from here they might actually be able to get a few pickups. But these forces are all hiding around back there. Yeah, that guy behind the stairs. And then they got this turret right here with that opening. But, I mean, this is outside of Sector 2, so that's not really a good position, all things considered. But we still have Fred camping in Sector 1 here in this little fold-in. If we just had some grenades thrown in here, that would be all they need.
I got head pats.
Alright, so Meldon was taken out here. Now it's all just going to be to Fred to defend that one sector as OpFour might slow down to take him out. The northern group has definitely been taking a lot of casualties here, though. They're definitely more thinned out. And we're seeing more explosives being thrown out right here as Fred is doing his best to thin out whatever he can. I'm drinking. I need more water, boo. So Fred's still hiding right here. He's got an MG3 from the looks of things. He picked it up, I think, from a comrade who was down just above us. And yeah, he blows someone's head away. Was that Bay? Because that was a PKP. Vagrant now trying to fold in. Vagrant panically trying to reload grenade. It's a smoke grenade. That's a frag. All right, Jack.
Everybody do the flop.
I don't think the AT round was necessary, but all right. If you need a noob tube, you need a noob tube.
Those splits are legendary.
All right, now the front line is going to be adjusting to this sector over here. I'm waiting to see if someone comes to back cap. It looks like these two might do it. Guys, we got Swedge over here on his own.
Yeah, he did. He did just try to point blank.
Hey, some people get desperate in this game. So Swedge trying to engage a few OpFour guys. Not sure if he got the one that he was aiming for because I don't see where. Oh, he knocked out Anderson. All right. Now, here's the issue about BLUFOR. They have a lot of units on the rear line trying to trickle in. Some might start making it, but if OpFour's quick, they can take Sector 2, but they need their X-ray element to turn around and take Sector 3, because otherwise it's going to be a mad dash.
I don't know. The problem I'm seeing with BLUFOR, though, is that they can use rear forces can be picked off, essentially, and there's then, like, what's the point? But, again...
Here comes Herb on Swedge's position. What the actual... What was the... Okay. Welcome to Friday Night Fights, Bloodwing. How do you feel? That was not the reaction I was going for, but you know what? Sure. Sure.
So are we.
Content. Alright, I think this round's going to be over in 10 minutes. Unless OpFour actually doesn't go back to back cap. You got Tenderbaner already heading to that third sector. But OpFour has failed to send something back to back cap it. Then again, Tenderbaner might actually try to solo breach his building. Yep.
Do you need an adult?
All those shots missed. Saw a footstep out there. Sniper pulls out the handgun. That's, I get that choice, though, because, you know, it's the bolt-action sniper, and at that range, yeah. And I flashed everyone again. My apologies for fat-fingering that. But now we got OpFour trying to make a desperate push here. There's only 2 BLUFOR guys in the AO camping in one of the barracks buildings.
What?
Be nice, or I'll fat-finger something else. BLUFOR...
Not gonna say anything. I love you.
I love you, too. That's all we need.
That and booze.
Yep. Korvac now trying to find some other sniper kills here. Absorbed on his own, trying to pick off some dudes, but just unable to land the kill himself. Gets hit a few times himself. Now we got some more guys coming around. OpFour, they were able to take out one guy. Sam Handwich trying to shoot at another guy back here. Not sure if he was actually able to get a kill, because I don't know if anyone was over there, but OpFour had that one suppressed shooter get shot. Lennox able to get his kill. Artisan missing all of his shots. Both sides going to their handguns, and Artisan was quicker on the draw.
No.
All right, OpFour starting to envelop Sector 2.
No.
Tenderbaner's run back and made it to Sector 3. BLUFOR still trickling forces on the rear. I feel like this is really leaning in OpFour's favor. They're just too condensed. And we haven't had BLUFOR do what they needed to and start hitting the rear of this OpFour formation in time.
I feel like if they were able to organize to at least kind of amass into a group, instead of just hitting, you know, like see how it's kind of multiple units in the back.
Yep.
And I understand it's hard to do that in the midst of combat, but if they had the opportunity to do that,
I feel like BLUFOR's communications at this point are
Broken
almost
down.
non-existent. They're
Yeah.
just completely broken
So
down.
there's
That's
nothing
usually
good
what you
that they can
see.
do at this
All right,
point.
Bane is still alive.
They're just gonna try to pick off as many as they can.
And he's on 3 kills. Ash is about to learn the true meaning of what happens when your 6 isn't covered. And Bane's about to learn the true meaning of what happens when your 6 isn't covered.
When both do it.
Guys?
It was a mutual agreement here.
It was a mutual agreement.
I didn't see shit.
Okay. Bane's trying to hop out the window.
That's not
Finds
a good,
Danny.
That's not a good place to hop out of.
And then Bane finds Danny. And Danny just twirls around like a ballerina. Okay.
Danny.
Well, most of this garrison's down. Now Oliver's about to learn what happens when you're in between a rock and a hard place. And Fist decided to fist him. Classic. There's Sector 2 captured. There's no one in Sector 3.
Yeah, this isn't looking good, Chief.
Mittens. What the Mittens doing?
Warm your hands.
If I want to do that, I'd do this. Well, Mittens got blown away. So that's what happened to the Mittens. All right. Why did your phone buzz? Patriots trying to fire on their rear there, and otherwise... Very close to a few BLUFOR guys. Might get... I feel like OpFour's just been getting tunnel vision on the kills and not necessarily the objective based off their defense placement here.
Hey, Liru.
Yep.
They didn't look both ways when they crossed.
No, they did not.
Maybe they should have held their mommy's hand.
Maybe. Wow. All right. Bloodwing just throwing some shade now. Schneider gets GL'd.
There was a 50-50 chance of where they were looking, and they chose the wrong choice.
And OpFour now pushing around right here. They got one BLUFOR guy. The other one bleeds out. Tender Banner's still alive.
He's chilling in the tree.
Yeah. Artisan's gonna go for it, and that's gonna be the sector end.
It looks like an evergreen, so it's just like Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Oh my god,
I'm sorry. My jokes are really tough.
Thunder Banner finishes him off. Artisan going for the objective. Ah, yes, slow and steady, because he doesn't know what's up there. For all he knows, there could be a whole garrison of BLUFOR up there. And he goes for it. He's going. He's going. Touchdown. And OpFour has won. All right, guys, that is going to be it for me for Friday Night Fights. We'll be back in about an hour and a half as I go prepare for the DayZ event. Thank you so much for watching. Go off right operation. Enjoy the rest of your day and night. Cheers.
And have a good one.
one.
Bye.
I'm making a pay for it.
Why? You don't copyright shit.